a race for in Milan, flowers, oak plaza hotel, what would your flowers or one of them? You have apparently no stage dancer. Said, when you bring in one of the women, said, we get a meeting at that. If it's shit, you was a gun was a year. I put a program, which a program one, the seller. My son was a seller. But first, I'm becoming a happy baby. Yeah,
okay. So, in the case of a joke gone wrong,
no,
because they didn't let you finish it. So I want to show the camera here.
Yeah, man.
So this was leaves that you were going to show on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the weed immense. Okay, and also white pepper. And also pepper was part of the dough. Okay. And then powder, which you put in. Okay. Now this is where I'm gonna ask a weed, pepper, and powder. When I listen to Ghanaians who feel disappointed that you even make this joke, knowing that children, adults look up to you, do you feel that this is something you have to apologize? Do you feel that
oh, wow, I'm the baby chimney. I'm a former. The patch. What you say, I'm quite a fan. Once I'm alone, we say I'm funny situation. Let me make a tea. Then by our study, I will put them on that bed almost worth 3,000. A free. And you be scared, baby. Who was in your mom? With me, not just today. And young champion. I said, we can't hear the better waiting. Put you rough.
Okay, all right. I want to
make what's that? Maybe I'm going to say it. Say, minimum program was making with a month movie.
Okay,
medical bench making with any month movie. Another movie, museum told me more movie. Bit of movie videos, movie more more than me. Okay,
I have two entertainment critics here. I'm going to come to you. Ghanaweb, very big website. We all go on there to get our news. How do you think this joke affected the night in terms of, do you think it puts it down now on the event, or did it make a difference?
I think with the we issue, the young man is here, and from all what he's saying, I know you understand better. He's the right person to actually tell us, okay, this is what he wants. And I was backstage. I heard the DJ had to cut the mic. So personally, I, the performing artist, come to, and the first man, I want to understand from his point that you should give him the benefit of the doubt that
to be a comedian
if he had ended, then I would come out straight and say, okay, he did this, and this. So I think.
But because he wasn't allowed to end, to judge is too much. Okay, Ebenezer, let me ask you. Generally, we've heard wonderful things about the show. Most people said the show was very successful. It went very well. This is the one main thing that keeps coming over and over. Do you think this hampered the Ghana Miss Naija, or has it really made a difference?
I think talking about the show itself, with what happened with Lilwin, it was quite unfortunate. But then looking at the whole show itself, whatever happened with him, I don't think really hampered the show in any way. The show was really successful. And I'm sure if probably people had allowed him to finish, would have gotten the real gist of what he had to do. But I think based on his explanation, I think I need to blame him a bit, because based on the interviews we heard, organizers were not really aware he had that act to do on stage. So that was how come they had to cut him. I'm sure if they really knew that was what he was supposed to do, they would have allowed him to finish whatever he wanted to do.
Okay, so then is it the blame then also goes to the organizers for not being aware of what the comedian was coming to perform?
I believe for every show, definitely you're going to have rehearsals. I can't really say for now whether he went for
rehearsals.
Yeah, I said, the comedy where I said, well, that's for the comedy, would come comedy, and say, so you see, we have paid him a call backstage. Very empire from the Chiam's cool. Then you get the DJ go for your make stage. The DJ back and call for you, no woman, will come for holy ring. Then say, a good very type of once and some of my palace. A certain lady getting winty, DJ back over my holy ring circle. It is never component that Bulga will be up straight away. But you know, it's a bad go backstage and had a Jamaican Kasai. And I found some pajama. We did that, the empire was over the one idea. I think I say, We now body, anybody bets, and you any more queer machine and bears. Oh, sir, anywhere, sir, that means I'll go, say, you so don't. Open me and a man was marketing off the American maybe. Into oh, sir.
Did you feel offended?
Oh, when you said the Thomas, but I said the big news one. Maybe I make a comment to say, man, carpet, most personality bonnet, and a big problem. I was second DJ moment and the first one you be. That's a scam when you put me any problem. But come on, what's the first and make up on a simple way? Hey, but see, my bit, tell me, say, well, let me say, but never channel one. I be hey. Tell me, man, you win, maybe win one over Yambi, with the bit here. With the best way, over check up to you, over shall she do 2 minutes, no, over since I see there now from the Abuda.
Okay,
not part of
the Let me ask you, do you think, say, among four, so like, Omofil said this joke was not of you, no? Do you feel like with them criticizing you, do you feel, say, it's from a good place because they don't want to see you a role model, even though you're rap, they don't want to see you like that. Do you understand them?
Okay, one once a comedian, also creating him of fast best, but in Puma, but a big idea Puma, and then the
okay.
What's a question we in short, but what's your friend, the same papa, break out you get into free Alabama, and some of the night of say, this is papa, and that this is good. What I find it, the end, you know, I will say over them. We are a Bacon Rain, will be a cloak to now the Baku, what is a head, the telco, the sweat of Bacota, what is your mother? That day said, what if it's over where I forget ya? One asked me to ruin you. That's a bet.
Alright.
Okay.
Let me come to you guys before we quickly end. That issue aside, how would you rate the Ghanaweb Naija?
I love seeing to God the glory. I think the event last year, Ghanaians said it was #1 show in the land, and we know the voice of the people, the voice of God. So if last year, I know every year you have to better up yourself. This year, it's out there for everybody to see. Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. It was a show that got Ghanaians talking.
Okay, usually they say it's Ghana versus Naija.
Yeah.
So who do you think took it? Was it Ghana or Nigeria? And I know you're in the tough position.
Yeah.
Nigerian, of course.
A passionate Nigerian.
Of course.
Yeah.
In your opinion, which artist won? Is it the Ghanaians or the Nigerians?
Sincerely, Ghanaians won.
Woo-hoo!
Because I think the best performer on the night was
Sarkodie.
Yeah, he's always done it.
He never disappoints.
Yeah, so from the onset, I knew what he can do, and he didn't disappoint. The Nigerians also did well, and one thing is, Celebobo, Wiz Boy, their songs are not really, they're not
big yet. Okay.
I think.
So the Ghanaians won. Okay, Ebenezer, also for you, how do you feel, we heard it's a great show, how do you feel the whole night went, aside from this issue?
I think for me, that was the first edition of the show that I attended. So for me, looking at the way of attendance was huge, the place was overcrowded. At some point I realized chairs had to be brought into the hotel room for people to sit down. And then performance on the day, as I said, okay, Celebobo was not that impressive. But to me, Wizball was quite good. But on the whole, Sarkodie took the night. Shatawale did his maximum best on the stage. For me, I think Castro did not really have a good day right from the beginning. People were not really responding to him till he had to virtually beg for some sort of support. So
no, it's not like he didn't. No, one thing with artists, they have a way of carrying their crowd along. So if I tell you, shout with me, and it's not like he's begging.
He's just trying to get the crowd. Okay, I'm gonna tell you we're out of time on this, so I want to just say a big thank you.